Hello, everyone, Randy here, and we're playing Farming Simulator 17 on Gold Crest Valley, and we're going to start harvesting here this episode. Off screen, I went ahead and finished up the cornfields here already, so the corn is already harvested. Did that before I fast-forwarded time here. Otherwise, it was getting towards nighttime in the game here. Getting a little bit dark out there when I harvested the corn. That way I could bring the corn to the pigs before I fast-forwarded time, so the pigs should be happy here again. Bringing up the header here to the combine. Unfortunately, this combine does not have a hitch on it, so it can't haul its own header trailer. Oh well. And I believe all we have left at this point is soybeans. Soybeans on... Yeah, because, 15, 14, and 12 already harvested. Then we just have 16, 19, 22, 23, and 24 with soybeans. And come to think of it, field 20 here is probably ready to be mowed. Yes, it is. So maybe we'll get a tractor on that as well here in a moment. Okay, we'll just pull that out of the way. And, of course, get GPS mod lined up here. 10.1. Interesting width on that header. So I'll just recalculate that a moment here. Nope, still 10.1. Okay. We'll go with it, I guess. I think it's actually supposed to be 10.5, I'd like to say, but I could be wrong on that. And soybeans in the game here, by the way, are not a very high-yielding crop, so we shouldn't be filling up too quickly here. All the fields should be fertilized 3 times. Probably should double-check that. Always a good idea before you harvest, just to make sure I didn't miss something. All 3 levels of fertilization. Excellent. Oh, and is field 26 actually almost ready as well? It is. Okay, so we got canola on that field. I was planning on planting more canola. I think probably what we'll do is maybe put the canola in storage for now, maybe. Okay, that's kind of weird there. Kind of like a little bit of crop that hasn't grown or something. Oh, I know what that is. That is the oilseed radish. Probably missed with a planter, I take it. So I'm pretty sure that's what that is anyway. I know somebody was asking a while back, is there a way to harvest the oilseed radishes? Not to my knowledge. The really only purpose that I know for the oilseed radishes is fertilizer. So basically you get 1 level of fertilizer when you plant them, and you get a 2nd level of fertilizer when you cultivate them in. And I was hoping to be able to get a new combine here for this harvest. Unfortunately, we're just a little bit short on the money to do so. We actually had enough to purchase the combine, but wouldn't have had enough to purchase the header for the combine, which I suppose probably wouldn't have been the end of the world. We could have used this header with it. But I figure we'll just wait till we actually have enough here. And of course, at the moment, now that I've fast-forwarded time a little bit, and bought one other thing, I no longer have the money for the combine. Looking at probably getting the large case. That is the combine I kind of plan on getting, I'm thinking. And as far as configurations for the combine, I believe you can actually choose a couple different options here for the case combine. The case AxiFlow 9230. Thinking either the crawler tracks or the front twin wheels. Either one of those sound kind of cool to me. Of course, have the Massey Ferguson here as well. Unfortunately, the header, and I suppose you could probably use the case header on it if you wanted to, but the case here does have the larger header. Whereas the Massey Ferguson, yes, the Massey Ferguson is this header right here, so not quite as large as the case header. Not the end of the world, I suppose. And actually for this map, probably would actually maybe possibly be the better choice. Nice thing about the case and the large New Holland headers, though, they kind of have their own built-in trailer. They just fold and unfold there. Okay, that didn't take long. We almost have this field harvested here already. One more round, and we'll have it complete. And then, like I said, maybe we'll hire a worker here for the next field, and we'll go round up a tractor here to start mowing field 20 again. That is our grass field. Not sure yet if I'm going to keep that field as grass after this or not. Thinking maybe we'll cultivate it under. We'll see once. Maybe we'll mow it one more time. We'll just have to kind of wait and see here. What we could probably actually do, if we cultivate field 20 under, we can possibly plant field 26 in grass instead. That way we kind of always have a grass field. Okay, there we go. That completes that field. Probably actually should have harvested this field up here myself and had the hired worker on the that field we just finished there. Hired workers don't like the angle on this particular field here. Okay, and he's off. And let's round up the New Holland here. This piece of machinery on the front, by the way, is where some of the money went. Instead of towards the harvester, we got the AE Stump grinder. It will grind logs as far as I know as well. It just destroys them. No wood chips or nothing like that. It just grinds them up and gets rid of them. Really good stump grinder, in my opinion. Worked quite well in Farming Simulator 15 and works quite well in 17 here as well again. As you can see, I do have a few more stumps to grind out yet, but I got quite a few of them ground out already. And the reason I'm using the New Holland here, I didn't realize it when I bought it. Probably should have looked a little closer. Ah, there it is. $35,000, so it's not exactly a cheap stump grinder. But it takes a 280 horsepower tractor, so it's like, wow. The only tractor we have that has that much is the New Holland here. Again, like I've been saying, we definitely need to look at a larger tractor. Which maybe we'll actually do that instead of the combine this time around, because we'll have the harvesting more likely complete. And we'll probably need the larger tractor before we'll need the combine now. Initially, I was planning on getting the combine first. I figured we could probably afford it, and then we'd harvest with the larger combine this time around. But like I said, I didn't quite have enough for that. I probably could have cut some more trees down or done something to make enough money, but we'll just have to wait, like I said, and maybe look at the tractor option instead. Like I've been saying, we're pretty much getting to the point with our equipment here where the New Holland's getting to be the only tractor we have that actually can use most of it. the plows, for example. Now, the Fendt can pull the smaller plow. It's probably a little bit of a struggle, but it can pull it. Planter, though, probably not. Cultivator, again, probably not. And, of course, not the larger plow. Again, not the mowers here either, unfortunately. Now, technically, it might actually run it in the game. But, yeah, realistically speaking, it's definitely not large enough for the Fendt. Pretty bad when the tractor's going faster than the car here. One thing I'll note as well with this field, we do have 3 levels of fertilizer on this field, so it'll be interesting to see if this makes a difference or not. Previously, we just, I think it was 1 or 2 levels of fertilizer on this field. We got roughly 4.5 trailerfuls of bales. So that's pretty much the number we're going for. You know, if we get more, then I guess 3 levels of fertilizer makes a difference. Like I said, we'll have to kind of wait and see once here. Okay, combine is filling up. Not quite full yet, though. Like I was saying, the hired worker does not like the angle on this field here. While we are harvesting, though, let's just go tractor shopping here quick a moment. I know a lot of people are saying the Case Optimum, kind of the tractor I was looking at as well. I think I went past, there it is. Yes. Case Optimum tractor. And what kind of horsepower can we get on this? 313, so basically the same as the New Holland. That is probably pretty good. Narrow twin wheels. Probably go for the twin wheels option. For $249,000, we can't actually afford that. We could always go with a bigger tractor then as well, seeing as how we do have the money. Go to the Challenger MT700 here, 438 horsepower. Looks like that's about the largest tractor we can afford. We can get the Case Magnum here, but probably no upgrades on it. Oh, we can actually make it a little bit cheaper if we put the narrow twin wheels on it as opposed to the crawler tracks. Interesting. We actually have just enough for that. Interesting. Okay. Again, like I said, I'd probably want to go with the twin wheels if I went with that one, or the crawler tracks, either one of the two. Don't quite have enough money for that tractor, though. Okay, Massey Ferguson has twin wheels. I think they're the wider twin wheels, though. And we'll bring the trailer here to our combine. We'll probably take over harvesting here as well again. Oh, it's kind of hard to tell where we have to have the trailer here until the pipe's actually out. I guess we're just close enough. Okay, there we go. And we'll get the bit. The hired worker here missed a moment. There we go. Okay, back to the other side of the field here. And we'll read some comments here a moment. Jetty Master was asking, what time do you typically record on the multiplayer server? Typically record around 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. That is 3, 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We'll let you figure out the time conversions for that if you're in a different time zone. And I don't typically mention this in my single-player videos, but we do have multiplayer servers, so for anybody that would like to join us on the multiplayer servers, we currently have Pleasant Valley, which is now a newer version of Pleasant Valley, by the way. A lot of just bug fixes at this point, to my knowledge. I don't know that anything has really been added to the map at this point. We just updated the server here last night with it, so I have not actually played on the map at all yet. And then for the second server, we are currently on the Smoky Mountains logging map, which is a pure logging forestry map. No farming on that map at all. I know it was mentioned to be cool if you could actually, plow your fields, or plow some fields into that map and actually start farming. And while you could do that, there's really actually no way to sell crops on that map unless you put in a placeable mod of some sorts that would allow you to do so. But if you would like to join us on the multiplayer servers, make sure you just check out any one of my multiplayer videos for the information to join those servers. Jared was saying, I have a suggestion for a couple of new maps. He was looking at Lawfolds. Oh boy, he's got another name here. Looks like it's got a Shire in it, so I'm guessing a UK-based map here. Like I said, I'm not going to try to pronounce the name of that one. Very good map based on the real area of... Scotland. Okay, he said as much. Scotland. All brand new, made for Farming Simulator 17. And he also said it would be a good multiplayer map as well, so we'll definitely have to check that out. At this point, I don't think we're looking for any maps for the multiplayer servers. We'll be sticking with Pleasant Valley probably for a little bit yet. And as far as the logging server, not entirely sure there yet. We might be looking for a new map here fairly quick. We'll have to see once. Gage was saying when I download Course Play and put it in the game, it doesn't work. If you are downloading the developer version of Course Play, you can't just download that and drop it into your mod folder. You actually have to extract that download first. The actual files for the mod itself are actually buried, I think it's 2 folders deep, and that does not work for Farming Simulator. You actually have to extract it and re-zip just the files. And that, by the way, that's probably the only way I would get Courseplay at this point. To my knowledge, no version of Courseplay has been officially released. The only official releases of Courseplay are from the Courseplay GitHub. And of course, that is pretty much beta at this moment, or even alpha. Definitely a pre-release of Courseplay at this point. And somebody was asking what version of Courseplay I have. It is .00037. So that's the version I'm running at the moment. I'm sure there's probably actually a much newer version now with the GitHub there. It's almost updated daily. Oh, and I should mention as well, while we are talking about mods here, if you look up in the top left side, you may notice something a little bit different. Something that looks a little bit familiar if you watched Farming Simulator 15 videos. That's right, the Glance mod is back, finally. Switched out the Inspect mod there for the Glance mod. Like I mentioned before, definitely prefer the Glance mod over the Inspect mod. The Inspect mod definitely saw some improvements, but I still prefer the Glance mod over the Inspect mod yet. Just the whole color combination, how it shows, engine is on and fill levels and all that stuff. Still like the Glance mod over the Inspect mod yet. And of course, one of the features I always liked about the Glance mod, was the fact that it hides when you show the F1 help menu. So when you have the F1 help menu up, you don't see the Glance mod, hide the help menu, and there's the Glance mod. Kind of keeps the screen a little less cluttered, in my opinion. So one thing you probably actually see up in the Glance mod there, I was just looking at that, the Massey Ferguson is showing up there because the engine is on, and for that matter, the Fendt is as well. Actually shut the Massey Ferguson off there. Probably won't need that tractor for a while here until we're done harvesting. Which actually we're getting done pretty quick here. This is our third field. Of course, the first two are quite small there. Jed was saying that I find the best thing to do with manure other than greenhouses is to make fertilizer with it. Steve was saying, and it's funny, we were just talking about this here, the Glance mod is out. Brody was asking, how did you get the bales all lined up like that? Talking about the green silage bales we were making. Those are lined up with the auto-load trailer. So using the auto-load trailer, pretty much just auto-load the bales. And then when you unload them from the trailer, it unloads them exactly like how they were on the trailer. So it makes it look really nice. Definitely not my work with the front loader there. Doran was asking, how do you get the wrapper? Talking about the Bale wrapper there to work in Courseplay. For Courseplay, to use the Bale wrapper, you're going to want to use field work mode. So that's this one right here. And then just run it like you would any other Courseplay course. Looks like our mowing tractor's maybe a third or so done with the field. Probably should get a tractor with a rake up there fairly soon here. There again, though, we go with the needing a larger tractor. Which I suppose maybe we should just go ahead and purchase it because, yeah, we definitely need a larger tractor here. We got our Fendt, which can pull the rake here, but that's unfortunately on our trailer at the moment. And the Massey's probably a little small for that rake. I don't know, is there actually a horsepower rating for that windrower? 110. So actually, I guess it would actually be big enough. Or the Vulture definitely would be. We can put the Vulture on it for the moment. Got the Vulture up by the grass field here yet. Like I said, it'll be interesting to see if we get more grass this time around from the 3 levels of fertilizer. Kind of got some conflicting reports about that. Some people say it makes a difference, some people don't. So we'll kind of find out ourselves here this time. At least once we get the bales done anyway. Like I said, we get a good 4.5 trailer loads of bales previously. So 4 full loads and then a good half of a load. And I probably should have just maybe hired... Yeah, let's just hire the combine here so he at least keeps going. Actually, burned through quite a bit of fertilizer there on field 20. Hopefully that's actually worth it, because otherwise, yeah, we definitely spent a lot of money fertilizing field 20 there. Down to what, 4 pallets of fertilizer left there? I think we had, what, 10 pallets of fertilizer we bought there last time we bought some. I don't know why, but for some reason this windrower looks really small behind the smaller tractors here. Just makes these tractors look so small. I guess technically, even according to the game anyway, you could pull this with the Massey. Forget exactly how much the horsepower the Massey has. I think it's right around 100 and something, 125 maybe. And we are currently leasing the Massey Ferguson yet. That was actually probably not the greatest of decisions there, seeing how much we've actually used that Massey Ferguson. I didn't anticipate using that tractor that much. It's kind of just one of the smaller tractors I figured it'd be good to have around. And it turns out that tractor probably actually gets more use than some of our larger tractors here do. Okay, make sure no offsets are set. Doesn't look like they are. And load the 14-meter cores. First waypoint. Oh, you know what? It's going to want to fold them back up again, isn't it? Oh, well. Whenever you tell Courseplay to start at the first waypoint, it always has to fold everything up before it starts. And then he's going to fold everything back out again. Of course. Hopefully he's actually close enough to the start point there and doesn't do circles. Just realize that he's like right on it, which might not be good. Oh, I guess he's okay with it. That is good. In that case, let's get the Massey Ferguson here then. We'll put you on the baler. Looks like the bale is almost empty. Only 2 grass in it. Up to what? Yeah, 6.8 hours here on this tractor. So like I said, this tractor has definitely been getting quite a bit of use. I'm sure the other tractors probably have more on them. It's because they are older tractors, but still, quite a few hours on this tractor already. And we'll get the same course play course loaded up here. Double check no offsets. There is not. Excellent. And then first waypoint. Clean up this little bit here that's right along the front of the field. Okay, there we go. Looks like some massive windrows here on this field. Looking at them with the baler and the tractor. Definitely look a lot bigger than they did back in Farming Simulator 15. At least dependent on the map. I mean, if you look at this windrow here, it's like higher than the underside of the tractor. Anyway, looking at time, looks like it's about time to wrap up the episode. So that, if folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them below. And as always, thanks for watching, and until next time.